Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? If you guys remember last episode, we ended everything by making one stack of circuits. Obviously, we are continuing with that tradition by making more circuits, just a bit more. I actually have not been standing here forever. I went to the Nether, I did some mining, and well, I have a confession. I hate mining in the Nether. It's like there is a stupid amount of crazy mobs who attack you, which is not amazing. If it's not them, it's fire. If it's not fire, it's lava. If it's not lava, it's blood. And it's blood everywhere. So I really didn't want to do this, but if you guys remember, there are miners in this mod pack. So I was really hoping I can wait and get the ore drilling plant, because yeah, we have fortune. Mining is not a big deal, but by that time I'm gonna get crazy. We're gonna go with the advanced miner, a single block, just for the Nether. In the overworld I can manage. The main problem is that I don't have any circuits left. Except these. That's actually a lie. I have a high voltage circuit and I don't have anything from the medium voltage. So let's try to prepare for that. That's a bit expensive. So I need 2 more high voltage circuits. Actually 5. Oh boy. Well, in preparation for everything, I'm making more stainless steel. It's done inside a mixer. We're gonna make a ton. And I'm also preparing circuits. I'm just waiting for something. Yes, that thing. I forgot the name. SMD something. Yes. SMD diodes. So you start working again. Even though I mentioned that the miner is going to be our main goal, we do have to adjust it by a teeny tiny bit. It takes a minute just to make 1 stainless steel ingot. It's not much, but if I need 500 of them, then I have to wait for like, I don't know, 9 hours. We do need to cut it down to something a bit more realistic. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to move on to the HV energy hatch that will double the speed of our blast furnace. And also we're going to move to better coils, Nichrome. Even though Nichrome is a better coil, it's not really going to affect stainless steel, but it will speed up other ingots. Also, I have checked, it's going to be very useful for the oil cracker, as well as the pyrolyze oven, so we're going to make extra. Because I think the next one is actually quite far away, and it's also pink. Why pink? I don't know. And well, just in case you're wondering what the hell am I doing, I'm making some MV circuits so that I can make some HV ones. That's actually something that we didn't have. I have actually prepared a ton of stuff. We don't have that much stainless steel, but let's see where we stand. I just made different parts. We have a few rods, we have a few gears, and we have a few plates. Obviously, we need some motors. Let's go with 12. First, we are going to go with an extra generator. The questbook wants us to make a robot arm, so I'm assuming there you go. Now, we're out of rods. Yeah, from now on, it's going to take 1 minute in order to get 2 rods. Amazing speed. So yes, a robot arm. I'm assuming it's not really a bad idea to make the assembler first. So there you go. Thank you, thank you. Sometimes it does get a bit confusing, so basically in order to make the low power IC, what I need is the LPIC wafer. That requires some sort of a yellow lens. The way that you would be able to make a lens is that you use the lathe. However, that lathe has to be NV, and I don't have one, so I was thinking I go with a high voltage one. But sadly, the high voltage one does require a diamond, but not any diamond, industrial diamond, which can burn. Smells 512 items, what? Well, you use a lot of coal in making it, so I guess, yeah, it happens. Didn't I mention the kitchen is very useful? I made electrum here, and also compressed coal ball. Anyways, that inside the assembler is going to give us the coal chunk. We're going to compress it, we get an industrial diamond. So there you go, that's our first industrial diamond. And finally, my stupid lathe. So this brand new wall is going to be reserved for our high voltage machines. We're going to have more generators, but for the moment I'm a bit in a hurry. Oh, you don't have fuel. Okay, I was just looking at it. It's a good thing I made a high voltage lathe. Takes like 30 seconds with this one. Thank you. High voltage energy hatches are going to be far more useful than medium voltage, so let's make a bunch. That can be done inside the medium voltage machine, so it's not a big deal. But we have to cut it in a high voltage machine. Thankfully, I still have cobalt brass. I need to make brand new gears. Oh, we got the first one. That was fast. They also want us to either make an advanced fluid heater from the MV age or the HV version. We go with HV. A cantle wire. I don't have a lot of cantle, but I think I made a few extra ones when we were making the coil. Oh yeah, we have 14. Yeah, exactly. Advanced fluid heater. What do we want to heat up? Let's make some sodium potassium coolant. Well, oh, you heat up sodium. Okay, it's been a while and I actually had to prepare a few stuff. Nothing super fancy, I just had to go through a bit of a rabbit hole. I just needed some energetic alloy, which comes from black steel, which comes from black bronze, and etc. I have also made the sodium potassium coolant, and I also made a canning machine for fluids. And I do remember that the cell does not stack, so I wanted to make one stack of it just in case, but I don't know how to store it. No, it does. No, it doesn't stack. Okay. I guess that's where we're storing it, but that should be a quest, I think. So we have a high voltage assembler. We need to make the high voltage coil. Circuit number 1, energetic alloy, and magnetic steel rods. We're actually pretty close. There's not much left. Oh, yeah, I have to cut it. Well, I made the cutting machine. Also, this is a very temporary setup because we have to move all of these machines anyways. So I'll just put water manually. You cut. Oh boy. That's gonna take ages. So basically the only thing that I need are 4 more generators and then assemble the HV energy hatch. So I need more pumps. How many more pumps? 2. I can live with that. Also, I do have wonderful news, which all of you are going to be happy about. We're out of oil. Oh boy, we're really out of oil. Well, on a very positive note, there's a teeny tiny bit left in the machines and we have a tank full. So we're out of oil, we're not out of fuel. Yet. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. We don't have enough power. I have also made the chrome. We can make more generators. We need the gear. We have everything except the pumps and the actual hatches. Oh, I do have the pumps. Okay. So that should be the energy hatch. Yeah. Lovely. That is our next quest, right? Precisely. Although before I do anything stupid, we should make sure that we're going to have enough stainless steel. Imagine if I switch the hatches and we can't make the generators. Oh, the chrome. You know, the problem with the inventory panel is that I don't know what I'm missing. I'm assuming, yeah, stainless steel. It's okay, I have been cutting down some rods and we have 17 more. And again, for 8 pistons, we're missing rods. Perfect. It's okay, life will be amazing after this, I suppose. Oops, no. That was the gear. It's okay, I do have a feeling we have what we need. Also, we can recycle the gear, right? Probably. Yeah. We get ingots. And we can have 8 pistons. Perfect. And some motors. And I am hoping the generator, 4 of them. Perfect. So I have upgraded the electronic blast furnaces and this is oil. And that's a spider. Whoa, too many spiders. Why are they so big? Okay, maybe we shouldn't dig that much. And we just go home. Thankfully, I did make the mining tunnel. Look at the crazy amount of mobs. Although the tunnel goes to the other river and I think there's more oil there. Yeah, I have been mining here. Yes, there's way more left. Okay, so see you in around half an hour. I am back from mining and well, first off, our blast furnace is just amazing. It's half a minute per stainless steel ingot. The downside is we're eating through our fuel. I have also been checking alternative fuel sources and they're not that amazing at this age. I mean, unless I go with diesel, which gives us almost 500,000 EU, but that's going to consume a lot of resources in order to set up. So I think for the moment, we're going to stay with heavy fuel. As much as we can. Oh, bee analyzer. Thank you. These are the high voltage ones. I have high hopes. And I don't even know what I'm getting. I got a what? Yay! Canola. Why would an HV loot bag give you wheat? Anyways, one of the problems that I have is that I need a ton of resources from different areas and I have mined this area entirely. So I have to move further and further. And unless I'm walking on concrete, my mobility is a bit limited. Also my fighting chances, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to continue with a bit of Thaumcraft. It's, I think, the proper thing to do. We boost ourselves, then we boost the generation of resources. So first things first, we get some wooden gears. Obviously, we are going to take a nap, because I'm using solar boilers. And what we're going to do with those wooden gears is that we're going to start making a spinning wheel from witching gadgets. How do you do that? Chemical bath, seed oil, that works fine by me. It's just not a very round number. The problem with this mod pack is that they have also tweaked Thaumcraft and not just crafting of wands. Also their tiers and their capacity. Because normally you will make the iron wand, you will get enough V, you will make the gold wand, and then you will move to thaumium. And that's it, you're good to go. In this mod pack, however, life is a bit different. You can barely make any higher tier wand, you need a lot of discount. I just crafted something which I don't really understand. Sealed wood stick. Then there is another stick. Okay, it's like you need 50 million different things in order to craft like one workbench. It's kind of fun, I don't mind. Anyways, if I'm not wrong, that should be the spinning wheel. And here's my wand. So there you go. Thank you for the quest. That looks weird. So first off, the wand that we have at this very moment has a 10% penalty. The gold caps give us a 5% discount. So that's already a 15% improvement. I have made some enchanted fabric. We need 6 more. Oh, that's a lot. I guess I'll be right back because I need more V-shrooms. I can't craft 6. Is the thing. Since I have also purchased a decent amount of shrooms, let's convert them. Actually, let's convert them without the magnet. Yeah, that was the ratio. Okay. Also, I think once in a while we should be able to get 1 thaumium. Yes. Maybe 2? Precisely. Oops, that's not good. That's really not that good. You know, the problem is, by this time I should have had the goggles. It's fine. I might have wasted 1 mushroom. It's fine. Yeah, I think I just got excited and dropped the wrong one. Because everything else was correct. Oh, we empty it. Obviously. And maybe next time we move it. So the whole point of doing all of this is that we want to achieve some discounts. And yes, my golden threads are ready. I think that was the final thing that I needed. So that is the robe. That gives us a 2% discount. Not amazing. And then after we get a bit more V, I can make the pants and the boots. Then we upgrade them. You know, one of the good things is that whenever you pause the game, the timer still counts. So even though it hasn't been that long, I bought a ton of mushrooms. Well, not a ton. 19. Oh, we got 4 as a quest reward. So I should probably give you a very small update. So this is a quest reward, this is a quest reward. I have made the boots, I have made the robes, I have made the leggings. And most importantly, we have 2 gold caps, which we're not going to use it at this very moment. Because I think I have a better plan and we would be able to get the gold banded greatwood wand. I heard a spider. It's okay, we take a nap as usual. So first we're going to make 2 more iron caps. Right? Then we're going to make a few greatwood rods. That's gonna take some V. That has been my life story. I have been doing this for a very long time. There is a decent hungry node, but I'm not gonna go there. Anyways, 1 greatwood rod. I have to wait for the second one. Yes, I have paused the game. If you're wondering why the hell am I pausing the game so much, I'm actually editing the footage. But we have our greatwood rods, we have 2 golden caps, 2 iron caps. And we have the strings that I needed. For the next part of the plan, we're actually going to go on a very small adventure. Because if I want a better wand, I need the leech's bone. Let's also get a helmet. Thaumium is cheap. I don't really care. That covers my eyes. Yeah, imagine if you close your eyes and just move everywhere. So I have also made myself 3 golden apples. The recipe is not horrifying. You just need some gold. And there is one more thing that I want to do. There is a crossbow. I think it was in the LV chapter. Yeah. Magnalium. So until right now I couldn't actually make it because I did not have the flame string, but now that I have the spinning wheel, I can craft it. Ignis bolt. Oh, we have plenty of ignis, that's fine. Let me try to get the crossbow as well. It's not a big deal, it's actually surprisingly cheap. It's just that you don't need a blast furnace, right? Oh, yeah, a furnace. I have made the crossbow and I decided to come to the Nether in order to get a few upgrades. So far it's actually not working amazing. Well, I do have a few upgrades, but mobs are horrifying. I mean, so far it's really not that bad. It one-shots most of the mobs. For example, that one. He's dead. So I don't know, maybe we should start going back home. Yeah, we kill these ones too. Good choice. I don't know, depends. If we live. So these guys, we have to kill them with sticks, I suppose. Otherwise you just do 1 damage. But I don't have a stick. I think he's almost dead. Yeah. Whoa, hi. Fire bath. Okay, it didn't destroy the portal, that's good. We should leave. Well, I guess it's also nighttime in the overworld. It can't hurt. Yay! That was for killing a skeleton over 50 blocks away. So here's the thing, we don't have to go blind. We have some night vision potions. We got them as a quest reward. In the morning, we're going to go to the Twilight Forest. Don't you worry. It's like a Gatling cannon. Baby creepers! Why do you have baby creepers? Also, if I remember things from the previous time that we played Grandma's Teeth, I should not shoot at that spider. I think it reflects the damage. Whoa. So we have a decent sword, we have some hearts. Hi. What the hell? That's not going amazing. Truly not going amazing. Saturation probably is not gonna help, but let's go in. Hello. Wow. Hello. Okay, we broke his shield by accident. And we fell down by accident. He has 2 shields. 1 shield. Oh, he's gonna die. Let's just kill him. He's dead. I think I over-prepared. But we only got 3. We need 4. That's not really a big deal. It's just that more crafting is going to be involved. Well, cool. We have some balance shards. We can make some Silas Mundus. And we can dupe the bones. These bones. And I think it has to be done inside an HV assembler, which thankfully we have. I am very sorry for the over preparation, I do that a lot. If you think that was weird, you should see me with the Hydra. So what did we want to do? We wanted to make an iron capped wand, but it has to be like this. That gives us a capacity of 50. I have everything inside the chest except the screws. So that's gonna be the screws, that's gonna be the cap, and the rod. Insufficient V. Okay, we're missing just a bit, which is actually perfectly fine. We have plenty of shrooms. Was that enough? No. Ignis. Okay, I think we're full. You know, I made the discount ropes, I'm not using them, but that is our iron capped greatwood wand. Capacity of 50. So the other one is kind of garbage. Yeah, we should not throw them away. Let's fill this one in. I don't think that was enough. Yeah, this is great. And just in case you're wondering, we have, I think, 58 shrooms. I crafted some, but yeah, that's not enough. We knew that already. So those are the brand new screws. And since we have some balanced shards, we can get an extra bone. Oh, that takes ages. But we just needed 4. We have all 4. Let's check if we have some fuel, which, yeah, that's decent. And voila. It does not consume the Lich trophy, it just gives us extra bones. And now that I'm thinking, how would you make balanced shards automatically? That's not bad. That's actually quite good. Because shards are the best source of fuel. I was going to sleep. I should sleep in my own bed because I moved it. Not that it really matters. Because spawn should be like 50 blocks that way. So the new wand that we want to make is going to be made out of gold and we can craft it. Gold banded greatwood wand. I did it. Yes. That's not a quest. You needed 4 bleach bones. And then you need something else. Okay. That's fine. We are going to make way more wands, but for the moment, that's what I want. The runic matrix. We can even afford it with this wand. We don't need discounts. Today, for me personally, it was one of the most exciting days because, well, we can jump like a goat. I mean, we can walk fast. And all of that is thanks to the boots of the traveler. Another very important thing is that I also made the lens for night vision and I'm wearing it on my goggles of revealing. I also enchanted the boots. I was incredibly lucky. At first I started enchanting some books, but I realized maybe I get better chances with the boots themselves. Which I did. However, when I made the gold banded greatwood wand, I made a boo-boo. I didn't want to make this, I wanted to make a different wand. And now that we have a decent supply of V, let's do that. This is also a greatwood wand, but it has enchanted cloth cap. It has the same capacity, I'll give you that, but it gives you like 10% discount. There is another very handy tool that we can craft, and that is the wand of the equal trade. Well, not the wand, the focus. Let's craft it with the brand new one. Yeah, it does give you 10% discount. That's kind of nice. It's actually practically very cheap. So this is a block exchanger, you don't have to break the blocks, you just replace them. It's very handy. It just doesn't do one by one, it also does a huge area, which is great. Well, we have a blood moon, as usual, and I was like, maybe we should get more experience to enchant my goggles of revealing. And you know, to get a few upgrades for my bow. It's just that there are too many mobs. I should make a bunker for myself. Whoa, hi. Didn't see you. You know, the reason that I really want to upgrade my crossbow is not just to kill mobs easier, we have to fight the Ender Dragon very soon. And he's tough. Really tough. With our brand new abilities, I thought maybe we should go exploring and get some hardened clay. And this is the wrong hammer. I wanted this one. The tunneler. However, let us move on to our next order of business. I have been making some aluminium, which is not here obviously. It's here. And I want to be able to make a few machines, and while we are standing here, double aluminium plate, silver ring. I want to make some aluminium cells. They have a higher capacity. We're going to need a few MV machine halls, and we are going to try and improve our fuel production as much as we can. I have been checking, the alternative sources of fuel are not that amazing at this age. I hate making pumps. I've got a bunch of material, and here's what we're going to do. Also, actually, as a quest reward, I got an MV centrifuge. Yeah, that's the one. I knew I put it somewhere, I just didn't remember. So we're going to distill the oil, but we're going to increase our production. As I have already mentioned, there are other sources of fuel as well, but they're going to be way more expensive than this. And yes, I'm fully aware that I do have to switch to them as soon as possible. The problem is that I'm short on rare material. So if I can solve some of my fuel problems using MV machines, it's gonna be way better for me. I do have a feeling that this mod pack has a system which will detect whenever you put a machine in the open, it will start to rain. It rained twice. One of the machines actually caught fire, I put it out. So anyways, we have 10 distilleries, 1 centrifuge, and we have a chemical reactor which is converting everything into heavy fuel. You know, inside the tank. I don't know if 1 centrifuge can keep up with 10, but it will take time until all the buffers are full. If not, I'll just remove a distillery, it's not a big deal. But yeah, it's a simple temporary setup in order to give us some more fuel so that I can at least process some stainless steel. And we can transfer the fuel relatively easy. That's a ton of fuel, I think. That's not bad. I think with this setup, we should be good to go until we hit distillation towers. And it was also a semi-cheap solution. I kind of like it. Although I do admit, most of you are not going to like it. But that's how it's going to be because the alternative source of fuel gives you exactly the same amount of power. Literally 360,000 EU. And it does require way more machines. So here's the deal, we're also going to upgrade our coil. The next coil that we can make is called Nichrome, and well, it's nickel and chrome. So there you go. I am extremely happy that I made these separators, which are centrifuges, because you actually get a ton of chrome from them. Well, not a ton, I got like 1.5 stacks. The rest I'm just electrolyzing from rubies, which again is not that bad. Also, while all of that is cooking up, we have other smaller projects. You know, from the beginning of the episode, literally. Chrome is really hard. How long does it? Oh my goodness. You know, I prefer softer metals, like sodium. You don't need an extruder, you can just do it with your hands. Also, I have been preparing for the miners. We are even making the obsidian plates. That takes 180 seconds. So, for the miners, we are going to need 4 robot arms, 2 pistons, and that's it, right? Oops, the cable. I made the cable, I forgot to bring it. So there you go. That's 2 advanced miners. The reason that I'm actually going to use this one is that it has a fortune bonus of 3. And I could not wait until the EVH, obviously. Of course, we are going to place them in the Nether and then we're going to move back to the overworld. So what I'm doing is that I'm also making some world anchors. These are from Railcraft and they're chunk loaders basically. And now that I'm killing mobs, we have ender pearls. We could have bought ender pearls, but this one is for free. Yay! We have the first one. I think the way that it works is that, yeah, you put an ender pearl inside and it will chunk load everything for 4 hours or so. And obviously we just need 2 of them at this very moment. Can I make an extra one? I'm missing diamonds, it's fine. We continue with Nichrome, I guess. Oh, and by the way, in preparation for our inventory setup, I also have some dark steel chests. We're going to use those. Because I have already made them, why not use them? We just need some mining pipes, which I'm extruding. That should be actually more than enough. How many are you making? It's in the hoppers, I think. I know you're still working. Okay. Thank you, I guess. I think we just need some fuel cells and we're good to go. Let's go and mine, automatically. Oh, and yeah, I have the generator, so we're good. I suppose. The worst part of automatic mining is that, well, I don't know what we're going to mine. So it could be something totally garbage. Although the best part of automatic mining is that somebody else is going to do the mining for us and we're going to do that on the nether roof. I have prepared a very small area. So this is something that I have already mined. We move on to the next one, which is exactly here. It's a good thing I have torches. Anyways, that is the miner. We need to provide it with power and we just check if it's the correct miner. Your HV, right? Where is it? Yeah, we shall provide you with some pipes and you should do something. Oh yeah, the chest. Output to the top. Thank you. Oh, that was awesome. It's redstone. So I will get more rubies, I was out. Oh, and yes, most importantly, the anchor. Wait, you don't accept ender pearls anymore. Why? You need coins to power the world anchor. Okay, didn't know that. Do you actually have to craft this? It's not a horrifying thing actually. Yeah, it will chunk load it for 24 hours. And I think it will keep the settings even if you break it. Probably the second vein is not the best because it's probably nether quartz, but what can you do? We do need everything, but mainly I was looking for sphalerite. You get it with sulfur. But this is cool, we don't even get the raw ore, we get it crushed. There is a ghast. Okay, we killed him. And there are mini ghasts. Did we get any tears? Probably not. Also, I do have a feeling that probably I should have gone with a personal anchor, but everybody makes a mistake, it's fine. My fellow Dark Ones, it has been a while later, and I have noticed that I made a teeny tiny boo-boo. It's a teeny tiny one. Actually, we have an extra one, we put you over here for the moment. then I'll recycle these ones. So the thing is, I have been stressing that I want to get Nichrome coils, and I have been saying that for a very long time. The problem is that I never paid attention to the recipe. You need a vacuum freezer. So yeah, we're going to have a vacuum freezer, and we're going to have 2 blast furnaces. I have most of the blocks ready for an extra blast furnace, we're just waiting for coils. And the coils have to be cantle, so I'm cooling down cantle. I need also some cantle for the Nichrome coil, so I guess you run for a while. It has not been the most wonderful miscalculation, but what can you do? So circuit number 3, we need molten copper nickel, we have a decent supply of mica, and we just need the cantle coils. Well, not the coil, the wire. I also need to make brand new engines, but that's not a big deal. I brought the blast furnaces up here, both of them are working at EV, and both of them have cantle coils. For the moment, what we are processing is actually stainless steel as well as black steel, because in order to make that stupid vacuum freezer, I need a clean room. That means I need plascrete, which does require black steel frame. And yeah, we have the concrete, don't you worry. It's being made. So while that thing is cooking up, we need to work on a clean room, and well, I was really hoping that I would do that next episode, but I guess we should get it over with. That's a nice party. Another very important thing is that I have made a few changes to our miners. Someone's here. I think. Hello? No one's here. Oh, someone is there. Are we friendly? I didn't touch you. It was the wolf. So, the changes that I have made to the miners is that we're no longer using world anchors, we're just using personal anchors, and it has been 2.5 hours. That sounds about right. You need 60 seconds for the cantle to cool down. But on a very positive note, we have hit sulfur. That means we have sphalerite. And if I'm not wrong, we should also have enough zinc. Not much. Oh, and yeah, I changed the chest with compressed chest because it gets full. I was told that with a soft mallet, you can retract it. I don't want you to dig. Use a soft mallet to disable and retract the pipe. Oh, okay. Then be disabled. Okay, that makes sense. Compressed chest does not give you slowness, which is amazing. And I guess we're also good to go. Let's cover the holes, just in case. You know, a wolf attacks me, I fall 120 blocks and fall into lava. That wouldn't be great. It's been a while. I thought I saw a mob. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure how long it has been, but this is more like a progress update. So, as I have already mentioned, our next order of business is to make something called a clean room for making circuits. Obviously, the block itself is not a big deal, we can craft it literally right now, however, this is a multi-block. This is the minimum size, which is practically garbage, because you will have like 2 spaces inside. So we need something bigger, and well, when you want to make it bigger, then you need these filter machine casings. And they're a bit expensive because of the item filter. It needs 16 zinc foils and a stack of fine steel wire. So far I have made 30 of them, so we can have like 10 filters, but I'm making more. Don't really know how many of them we can make, but I have been preparing some zinc. I also have a feeling it doesn't make any sense to make it a square, so we're going to go with a rectangle. Maybe a 3x7? So we need way more filters, and that's the main problem. But yeah, basically that is the update. It's just gonna take some time. And I want to make some silicon. You know, there's a brand new version, which also has to be cut inside the clean room. MV. Okay. This silicon is better because it gives us half a stack of wafers. The problem is that it needs something called phosphorus, and well, I didn't have any. I just electrolyzed some apatite. Yeah, that's phosphorus. How many do you need? That's really not amazing, but we will see. So the silicon itself, the solar grade, is not a big deal. We are semi-auto crafting it. The gallium arsenide is also not a big deal. So what it comes down to is just phosphorus. Oh, you give me oxygen. What you jerk. I do have a tank next to it, but that is for chlorine. It's okay, we will dump it into another tank. Solar grade silicon, we have 145. Which is not much. I just want to be able to make a few at the same time. So far we can make 2, unless I have something more somewhere. Palladium. No. Oh, I have more here. 20. Nice. The only thing that it means is that I don't really have to wait. So here is our nitrogen. We shall put you to circuit number 3. And everything goes in. All of that should take like 10 minutes. Oh, it's more. What? 180 seconds. Oh, with nitrogen it takes 600 seconds. This is something else. It's fine, I'm not in a hurry. Another thing that we need in very large quantities is called plascrete. That is the wall of the clean room. It's actually not a horrifying recipe, so we need wet concrete. Does not require a circuit, but it does require these black steel frame boxes. For the moment we're going to go with 64. We need way more, I know that. It takes 10 seconds. And I have one assembler. I need it for other stuff. Hello, giant. Bye bye, giant. We shall eat his brain. Oh, that's not good. It's warpy. I forgot. Warp is not great in this mod pack. But it's just one brain. For making the circuits, we also need a brand new circuit assembler. And I have no idea what we're missing. Oh, robot arms. Oh yeah, it's the robot arms. I thought I crafted it. It's fine. So can you make me two? No? Okay, give me the one. Next time that I make a base, we make the processing room next to the inventory panel. Because you just have to go back and forth, back and forth. Anyways, we're going to go with 2 advanced circuit assemblers. Because I think we need to craft a lot of circuits and, well, 2 is better than 1. And now that we have made that, let's also try to make the clean room. Not the entire thing, the actual block. I got one more rotor. You go over there, and there you go. Is that a quest? Thank you. Also, just to understand how many blocks we are going to need, let us try to assemble parts of the clean room. So inside we want to have a 3 wide space, which is fine. We want to fit as many machines as possible, that's the thing. And then if we want to have an internal space of 7, that's a lot. But it's okay. At least we have a rough idea. And besides, this part is going to be surprisingly easy because I have a ton of these black steel rods. Well, not a ton, a decent amount. Why did I make so many stainless steel rods? Oh, I think for the distillation tower? Oh, I made it for the filter machine casing. Okay, that makes sense. Which we need 20 of. Well, that's good because I only need like 20 more filters. Then we're good. So apparently there are a few other things that we need to make. One of them is called cable diode for amps. We're gonna have 2 of them just in case. That is going to be how we're going to transfer power inside the clean room. It's just that I don't really know which side is which. So it can accept 4 amps, it will output 4 amps. That's fine, I guess. However, the clean room itself is also going to require power, and apparently HV is a bonus. So let's make another HV energy hatch, I suppose. So we just need to cover the rest and that's it. Hello? That's a goblin. It's gonna be very cramped. I think we can make it a bit bigger. You know, 1 block taller. The pipe is going to be a slight issue though. It does make way better sense to make the steel bars using an assembler, but it takes 20 seconds. I didn't need more. I just wasted some rods. But for the moment, that is 15 filter machine casings. And the only thing that we're missing is, I think, the actual filter, which is being made. Don't you worry. A lot of them. And also the clean room is almost complete. Well, it doesn't have power, it doesn't have machines, it has nothing. And we can't even get in there yet. Which, talking about that, there are 2 options. So as a quest reward, which I don't really remember what, but I got some vibrant alloy. Oh, it was the advanced mixer, okay. Gives you 8. So we can do a few things. We can use a travel anchor, which doesn't look that horrifying. What is red steel? It's like 50 million different things and it takes 40 seconds. Also, it does require a lot of circuits. We have 8. Never mind. We use an elevator. It's cheaper. Alright guys, it is the next day for me, in real life. And well, I have finished our clean room. There are holes, I know. But we do have an elevator so that we can access the clean room, and here's what we're going to do. We're not going to go with diodes. Instead, we're going to go with machine halls, because I think that's a bit better. Saves on space. And not resources, but at least we can use the machine halls later on. Anyways, the way that I understood everything, we need to have a circuit assembling machine, which is going to be high voltage, and that's going to be for later on. We need the cutting machine, and we need the laser engraver. So that's the high voltage machines. We have already 2 circuit assemblers from the MVH, and well, we need a fluid extractor. It doesn't really have to be here, but why not? And maybe 1 more machine. So that's a total of 7. The only problem is that that's our entire supply of HV circuits. And I feel sad. We need 1 more for the MV. Wait, what? 2 is left? Oh, okay, then if 2 is left, it's fine by me, because I need the engrave. Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't have it. I could have gone with 1 less. I'm just saying. I really hope that I have not messed up anything, but we will see very soon. So that's high voltage to high voltage, 3 high voltage generators, 4 MV ones. I didn't really craft these ones, they belong to our blast furnace. That should be the piping for the fuel, and I guess we just bring some fuel. Please don't explode. I'm really not in the mood. Are we good? Ah, export. Yes. We seem to be fine. Also, the export rate on this guy is garbage. Well, it's filling in the buffers. It's fine. So I do have a feeling we can at least turn it on. Yay! Uses 160 EU in order to clean the room every 5.6 seconds. 2% efficiency. Okay, it's rising at least. I just have been running everything inside the clean room, and yes, we have the wafers and we have more circuits. And that means that is our precision laser engraver, high voltage. Now we can open the new line of circuits. Why isn't this a quest? You need the something. Okay, Eyes of the Ender. And now I need to make these guys again, I think. And I need one more Eye of the Ender. You can't buy that. What, you jerk? But you can buy blaze rods. It's a bit of a technicality with the quest line. It's not really a big deal. So let me fix it. I'll be right back. The precision laser is in. We're getting the central processing unit and we're going to start the new line of circuits. However, that requires a brand new circuit board and I'm not really doing this in a very efficient manner. So first we need to make the integrated processor. That's more or less the same stuff with fine red alloy wire. And you know, central processing, plastic circuit board, which I'm making. Also, this is iron 3 chloride. I did not make most of it, I just purchased it. Well, half a stack of it is like purchased. We need it in order to make the actual circuit board, like so. That's gonna take 10 seconds each, so yeah, it's gonna be a while. But we can make a bunch, I suppose. Actually, it's not more or less the same garbage. Resistor we have, transistor we have, we need capacitor. I don't think we have made this. Very soon we are going to get the vacuum freezer, so I'm not really gonna go with tantalum, we go with aluminium. It's a garbage recipe, but we don't need that many circuits. It's not a huge waste. Yeah, capacitors. I actually like this one, I don't know why. It looks fun. So yeah, you don't need the diode. Okay, we got our first one. Integrated processor, MV tier. For completing the quests, I think we're going to need 8 of them. But since I also need to have like 3 workstations in order to make the vacuum freezer, we need a bit more. Oh, it will give you 4, but you need 4 for the mainframe. You need 2 for the mainframe. Okay, I'll fix it. Okay, I did manage to get 28 MV circuits. That should give us 14 HV circuits. Maybe not. Oh, capacitor. Yes, that's the capacitor. And I think I can make more. Yeah. Oh, I need way more. These are expensive. We do have to later on automate every piece of the puzzle, but for the moment, that's our processor assembly. Our first HV circuit. Not the first, the second. I have been under the impression that these ones are going to be cheaper. I don't know. So I can move on to the workstation. Blue alloy, that's fine. Takes like a minute to cut 4. Okay, you do require diodes. That's good. I have extra diodes. My fellow dark ones. That is the workstation. 5 of them. We shall have 6 for the moment. I ran out of a few things. I don't remember what. Okay. Blue bolt. We have 12 more. We're out of HV circuits, so that's it. We shall have 7. So here's the deal. In order to go to the moon, we're going to need 2 mainframes. That's 4 of them. But we also need to make the advanced circuit assembler, which requires 2 more. And I think for the NASA workbench, we're going to need more. Okay, so that's not going to be enough. We use it for vacuum freezer, which if I'm not wrong, that should be it. Oh my goodness. Lovely. So over here, I'm going to have 3 blast furnaces and the vacuum freezer should go over there, I suppose. You know, the middle blast furnace is going to be the highest tier one. The 2 other ones are going to be a tier lower. But I think, yeah, I need 19 frost-proof machine casing. I don't have aluminium. You stay here. Yeah, we make 4 aluminium every 10 seconds. That's awesome. Okay, hi. We just crashed. And the problem was that I could not get back into the world, so I had to load a backup. It does seem that this time I did copy the map, so we're good. It's just that I don't know where we crashed. 6 workstations. Okay, it's not horrifying. Yay, we got the quest again. Well, I guess you guys already know what happened, so let me get the vacuum freezer again. I'll be right back. We have all 7. My fellow dark ones, we have the vacuum freezer, and the reason that I'm not standing next to it is that it's loud. Really loud. There is a muffling upgrade or something, but we don't really need that right now. And just in case you're wondering, yes, that's Nichrome. And if I'm not wrong, yeah, we already have the cantle, which a normal fluid extractor should be able to handle. We need the fluid. We are actually going to make a ton of Nichrome coils because we can use it for the oil cracker, the pyrolyzed oven, etc. I think even for the large chemical reactor, you needed 1 coil? Yeah, well, you need a coil. It doesn't have to be great. Okay, that one doesn't give you a bonus. I'll give you that. But yeah, it's gonna take around 2 hours and we shall have our coils. I don't really know why I mentioned it's going to be 2 hours. It's certainly been less than that. At least that's how I feel. Because we have 2 blast furnaces, production is actually quite faster. And I think I even have the first set of coils. Yeah, 18. We have 2 extra. Thank you, thank you. So we place one down, we copy, we shall pick it up, and voila. You didn't even notice. I don't think for these things it's going to make any difference. The previous one was 60 seconds. Yeah, the current one is also 60 seconds. But for lower tier metals, it's gonna make a huge difference. But yeah, even though the colors are not that different, this is Nichrome. I really want to somehow try this. How would we do that? For aluminium, I don't see a difference. It's still 10 seconds. Maybe with steel, it's gonna make a huge difference. I'm not exactly sure. It takes 3 seconds. That's quite nice. Not very useful, but nice. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.